Alright, hopefully I sound nothing like J4, because honestly, that kid is a scrub on the mic. But I'll tell you what, neither of us are as much of a scrub as the captain of the Portland Pirates, Chief, also formerly known as Going Ham. As you can see from the screenshot here, we got beat by the Providence Bruins 3-2. We out-time and attacked them. We didn't outshoot them. We won more faceoffs, had the same amount of power plays, and you know whose fault it was that we lost? Well, since we scored 2 goals, of course, it's the forward's fault. It could never be placed on the defense why we lost this game. That would be silly. And I couldn't help but feel that particularly this loss was placed on my head. Being a defensive forward, I just didn't produce enough goals. Now, my plan here is not to call out Chief, but to show him why he's wrong. So I hope you viewers at home can see and agree with me on some of the points that I bring out. Not to mention, I have some flaws in this game too, but you're not going to see them. You're going to see Chief and Gassy Ass's flaws. So enjoy. Oh, don't forget, Captain Crunch had a nice little fail in there too. That was a good one. First things first, I really want to stick up for my friend goalie Halden Hawk. He is a god, a German beast. But when exposed, he really tends to give up the short side. And you know what? I can't blame him, because these defensemen give him so much room to cut across. The threat is just enough to make any goalie really shiver and just shake in his boots. Now, admittedly, as you'll see this play progress, there really was no reason to give up the short side. But how can you blame a goalie on a play like this, where 2 defensemen have someone completely trapped and just give him all the space in the world? I don't think that the left D here can call out the goalie the way that he did on the mic. It's just not fair. Now you'll notice that Halden is still holding his position very well. I mean, there's chance for a snipe on the far side, but very unlikely, especially in this league, that someone's going to take that shot. It's unlikely to go in general. But what's interesting to notice that in between the 2 screenshots, notice how Chief actually skated away from the player with the puck. I can't imagine he's going to go and try and cover the other right winger who's coming down that wing. He's just completely giving all the space in the world to the center. You can't do that. It just puts an unnecessary strain on the goalie, and you wonder why he cracks. Notice how the right D doesn't even turn around. He's completely out of the play. He has no chance. I can't help but feel bad. As you advance to where the goal is actually scored on this play, the player skates straight into the zone, continues to move, stays on the forehand, and just rips it top shelf, right over the goalie, who you can see is still relatively in the middle of the net. He's not hogging the post. He's not overcommitting to one side. But yet, I can't help but feel that the left D should have been able to make a poke check, a stick check, any type of play to push that player to the outside or just check him, make him lose the puck, anything. But instead, you see the left D held his lane, did not move closer to the player the way he should have, left his gap completely wide open, and he paid the price. But on the mic, what you hear is, you gotta stay short side. You gotta stay short side, Halden. You can't do that. And he's upset about it. He goes, I can't believe it. It was a 2-on-1 in our favor, and the 2 defensemen completely blew it. I will give some props to the right D, Gassy, for turning around. Look, he's trying to make the poke check, but the left D was in position to start this play, and he blew it, and he could not take an inch of responsibility. So here we have another play, not to nitpick the defenseman, but really just to look at what's going wrong. Again, the player is perfectly sandwiched between the 2 defensemen. Make a hit, make a stick check, do anything, but don't stand still. If he gets past you and you're still standing still trying to make that check, you're done. He's in on the goalie alone. And honestly, that should be a goal. If it's not, the goalie bailed you out. And that's exactly what happened on this play. Once again, the defenseman gets completely blown through. It's a breakaway is what it is. There's so much room, so much time. You can go forehand, backhand, whatever you want to do. And I feel bad for the goalie that has to deal with that. But he made the save on this play. And ain't no one was saying nothing to him. But I'll tell you what else. That left D, that right D, they weren't saying, that's my bad. That's on me. I need to play better. No, they looked at the scoreboard and they were saying that we need to score goals. How ironic. How about we don't let in a goal? Unfortunately, a reoccurring trend with our defensive pairing, no matter who it is odd man rushes. And here, of course, is another one. A 2-on-1 has a high chance of scoring. Really just kind of deflates the offense. Shame, because this one came off of a defensive turnover, not an offensive turnover. But, well, that's just how games go when you're trying to score goals. Another one. Another one. Another one. Now this isn't a odd man rush or even outnumbered, but you can see the man behind the net is wide open. The center's way too high in the slot. The right D's isolated outside the circle, almost at the goal line. And the left D just got beat as the right wing, the green guy down near the goal line, has the puck. He's completely around the left D. His body's nowhere near square. He's not sitting in L2 near the crease where he should be. He has no way to poke check him. He can't hit him. He can't turn around in time. The right wing has all the time in the world. He's gonna score, and he did. It really was no one's fault except for the lefty. He shouldn't have to need help on that play. The only help should have came behind the net where the center should have been. But that's a one-on-one situation. It's simple. You guard the forehand. You guard the forehand. He couldn't. I don't understand what was so difficult about that, to be completely honest. It's really a shame, too, because our goalie, he's an elite talent. But he gets left out to dry in situations like this. And for some reason, it comes back to bite him. It bites me because the final score is 3-2. And there's nothing I can do about it. Except for score more goals. I can't prevent an easy goal like this. There's nothing I can do on the left wing to prevent that easy goal, but to score more. And that's where this stupid play comes in hand from our friend Captain Crunch. Yeah, he was the center here, and, well, he said he was aiming to the wrong side of the net this time, and he was. He missed the shot. It hit the goalie square in the chest. It was clearly as open as could be. If he just shoots to the left or even 5-hole, that's a goal. The game would be 3-3 at that point, and it's a whole other game. We're going to OT. That was in the dying seconds of the third. This was even more in the dying seconds of the third. Although this time he said that he actually hit the net, or he was shooting towards the right side of the net. Well, Captain Crunch is a dirty liar, and as a result, we missed and got a save for the other team again. Couldn't bucket it, couldn't capitalize to make it 4-3 and win the game. Instead, we lost because of defensive mistakes and offensive mistakes as well. I don't know why Chief has to put it out and act like it's our fault in the forwards all the time. It's really a shame when he can't see all the mistakes that he's making. Or at least take responsibility and acknowledge one of them for once. Because that's all I want. I just want you to see how stupid you look.